Good morning. We will pay attention to opening balances today. The following balances appeared inter alia in the books of Blom traders for May 2015. That means that if we do the ledger account for May 2015, we have to use these balances that they provided and start our ledger accounts with these balances. Now we know that a debtor is an asset, inventory is an asset, equipment is an asset, bank is an asset. So all assets will have debit balances because assets increase on the debit side. Creditors is a liability and capital is equity. Creditors' liabilities increase on the credit side. Capital equity increases on the credit side. Therefore, the creditors control and the capital account will start with opening balances on the credit side. Cost of sales is an expense. Expenses increase on the debit side, so cost of sales will start with a debit balance. Sales is an income. Income always have credit balances and income increases on the credit side. So if you receive the balances, the first step that you should take is to determine whether these balances should be on the debit side or the credit side of the ledger accounts. And that depends whether it's an asset, liability, income, or expense. Now, if we look at these balances, we see that they did not give us the capital balance. Therefore, we have to calculate the capital balance. And to complete a trial balance is the easiest way calculating the capital balance. So we will put in all the amounts that's supposed to be on the debit side, and that would be your assets will all have debit balances. Your creditors, liabilities, and capital must have credit balances. Cost of sales will have a debit balance. Income will have a credit balance. And we will now add up the debit side to see that the total is 108,800. If we use this total and we subtract all the figures on the credit side, that means we will subtract the creditors control figure and we will subtract the sales figure from the 108,800. It will give me the difference between the debit side and the credit side, and that difference is the balance that will go into the capital account, because we know debits must always be equal to credits. So if I've recorded that 15,900, I will now add up the three figures on the credit side, the 8,600, 15,900, 64,300, and ensure that this is the same total as the debit side. And I will start my capital account with a credit balance of 15,900.